I got told I had bags under my eyes yesterday and to go to sleep by Matthias. So I'm just going to fix this up a little, eh? We don't want any of that negativity in our lives. Okay, now I look like I need some ice skating goggles. Better? Then we just blend, and then we're gonna warm it up with some. I haven't worn makeup in such a long time, but I need don't have. I'm gonna use some Fenty Trophy. This is Trophy White, but I'm gonna use some Kilowatt. The color is Ginger Binge, Moscow Mule, that duo, just to warm it up a little. This is then, oh, see how simple is that? A tiny amount in the crease of my eyebrows, eyelid, just to warm it up a little. And then I'm going to curl my lashes, put some lip balm on, and then I'm going to go have breakfast. That's literally it, my makeup for the day. You don't need a lot, just your problem areas. So I bought this from a shop at Rangeview Plaza. It's a kiosk, really cute kiosk in like on the ground floor, or is it level 1, that the main foyer, and then it's right in the middle outside Rangeview Grocer, and it was I think $20. It's so cute. We actually went shopping for my niece so we could buy her friend a birthday present, and I fell in love with this. It's so cute. This, I think I got it from Jen, Haus of Bung, her stall at Vision City. We really need to create an ecosystem where we are shopping and buying from PNG owned businesses or startups founded by the most vulnerable people in our society. Youth-led SMEs, even down to the choices of the businesses who we purchase from, who your landlord is, where they're from. And I know it's not, sometimes it's just, you need to be really good with selecting your vendors and who you buy from, but I think it's ownership. Ownership is very important, where things are made, who it's made by, where the operations are. Pom City hair station. So I'm just gonna put this on and then put my bubble ointment because I feel very, very dehydrated. Okay, I'm gonna run away now. Put my bio oil. CBL, thank you for the bio oil. Look at that, it just looks so much brighter around here without looking like I put too much makeup on, because I haven't. I've just done my eye area. Please pay attention when you're I smudged my open thou mine eyes that I may behold wondrous things out of thy law. Psalms 119 verse 18. My scripture, I think I need, that's enough, a tiny bit, and then I'm going to fix that up. But really, I got told I had bags under my eyes yesterday by Matthias while I was waiting for him to join a call at I think 6 p.m. after I gave him a pep talk about switching off work at 5. Shame! So so I like using this like vitamin C serum. I've already applied it, but it's just going to make me look much brighter before I step out. So then I like using this. Anything that smells, this it's by Reneway, but it's just body butter. And I just want to like smell, it's pineapple. Smell that near my nostrils, so it just gives me a more relaxing vibe. Put some roll-on, because when you live closer to the equator, things are just, you know what I mean. And then I like putting a bit of this. I don't use perfume. I've been putting this Bosistos eucalyptus oil, essential oil. It's multi-purpose, antiseptic. But I just like to, pineapple and that sound smells so good. Put our earrings on, which these Sepik earrings are made by the women along the Sepik River in East Sepik of Papua New Guinea, and you can support them. The stall is outside Kina Bank at Vision City. It's the Emstret stall from memory. Then these scrunchies I bought at Pom City Markets just to add some color to this outfit that I'm wearing, and I'm going to breakfast. But that's pretty much my part of my morning routine. I almost forgot. I've been very forgetful. Vitamin C, which I've been coughing a little, but it's just keeping me at bay. So that's it. I'm gonna go have breakfast and then I'm going to start my day. So this is the look. Look, it just pops my eyes a little more, and I haven't put any setting powder or anything. That's natural sunlight. So this is my hotel floor. I'm staying on the 8th floor simply because it's on the same ground as my lift, as the gym in the hotel. See how close that is? One door away. Lift central. This is how you select your hotel rooms. I'll give a separate tour after breakfast of the gym and the sauna facility. I'm very pleased with the decision I made for this hotel. So it's the Aston Jayapura Convention Hotel and Convention Center. It's located in the CBD, and I've been here for just over a month now. I'm getting a lot done. The rate includes breakfast, so I haven't had to worry about cooking. I've just been completely in my little incubation zone. Ooh. So most of my mornings are spent like this. I rush down, grab some breakfast. So I wake up at like 5 or 6, and then work till about 10, and then I rush down for breakfast, realizing that my clock time on my phone was deceiving, and then my laptop time is still set in PNG time. Terima kasih. Miss Keisza, she's amazing. The staff here is so good. They literally know my order, right? So when I come down, a few times they've set my breakfast up. I come to like plates that are brought to me. And if you're a business owner and you want to have as minimal distractions as you possibly can, this has been like hibernating here. I've been calling it my incubation center, but this is literally when you're an entrepreneur, when you're a business owner, or when you're a startup founder, you need to choose or be in environments that are conducive and enable you to thrive. You need to choose the environments and create environments where your best potential can come out, and even if that means isolating yourself from the world like I have, just so you can focus, then do it. So that's my message this morning. I will show you the importance of staying in places where your proximity to wellness and places that are quiet is very important for your productivity and for your mental health overall. So this is Keisza.
Hi.
You can follow her at Instagram. I'll link her profile, but she's been really amazing with as I mentioned earlier, with just like amazing, genuine customer service. You know, when someone's doing their job and when someone's doing it because they actually are doing it from the heart, this is her. Yeah, terima kasih. Thank you so much. I'm going to start my day. See you. So let's start. So why have I need to get my mic, my headpiece. One moment, please. Where are you? It's not there. It must be in here. Which means I'm not packing right. I am correct. So my tech stuff. Okay. Let's start this with better sound because I'm kind of concerned that everything's gonna pick up. But how's the first half of your year been? We've got the last quarter remaining, and I feel like the first 3 quarters always just set the tone for we're establishing foundations, right? And then you're doing what you can to make sure that you have cash flow, sales happening so that you can achieve your end of year goals, right? Or the goals you set for yourself in the first week of January, as we all did. And I think this transition period between August, September, like that last week, you just kind of zoom in, right? And you're now trying to remind yourself what those goals are. You look back and you look back at your KPIs, or you're setting them and seeing how you're doing, what's working, what's not working. You're looking at analytics, you're looking at it's just so much work. But with the insert of, like, I think now more people are becoming aware of artificial intelligence. It's becoming more of, it's going to market now, right? And there's a lot more educational platforms and tools, and there's it's more affordable now. I mean, the prices still need to come down a little, but when you consider the value, it's I needed an outline for one of our blog posts on SR Curio's page, and I think I got the outline done in a few seconds because of AI. And then I constructed it using a content writer, and then I tweaked it and personalized it and customized it, got rid of what I didn't like. It was just such a pleasant experience overall for me. So let's connect up. Good morning. I am here in Jayapura, the fastest growing city in Indonesia, which is the fastest growing economy in Southeast Asia. So hi, welcome. My name is Sophia Ramoy, and I am a businesswoman, you can say. I am the director of my own company, and I have been in my incubation center. So this is my incubation center. I've been here, I crossed from the Papua New Guinea border into Indonesia about a month, almost 5 weeks ago. And I chose to stay. I went online and I researched where I could stay prior, and I found this amazing place here at the Eston Hotel and Convention Center in Jayapura. Why did I choose it? So it had it's just the sustainable travel tick beside it, which is like a certification program that online travel booking service providers use. And then I was planning on staying here originally for 3 days, because my dad said to stay here for 3 days and then go head over to Sentani. And I just, and then something happened 2 days after. I forgot to take my Kina Bank ATM card out of the machine. So you know how in back in PNG we've got our ATM cards come out automatically, right? Whereas here you need to press exit. So I must have been in a rush, and once the cash came out, I took out my the receipt came out, but the card, you need to look at the screen and press exit, which I didn't do. So it took me like a few hours to realize, oh no, I slept. And then the next morning I was like, where's my Kina Bank card? So I struggled, and I realized that I had left it in the ATM machine. So we contacted the bank, sorry, it's bank in Bahasa Bank, the bank in Indonesia, and they advised that they couldn't give me back my card. I had to reapply for a new one. So I contacted Luciana and the amazing team at Kina Bank, and advised them. So, and then I advised the amazing team at BSB Corporate that I now actually needed my BSB card replaced ASAP. So they then organized for it to be sent to Vanimo. So once it arrives in Vanimo, I will have it delivered here to me. So it's kind of been a period of adjustment, but a real period of just absolute isolation. And the first like 1 or 2 weeks, I was, waking up, I was doing my devotion. There were moments when I was just being woken up, and I knew what I had to do. I knew I had to pray. And I knew that God was waking me up. So I would just wake up and I'm like, I want to play gospel music, but it'd be like 12:15. So I knew what I was doing. So I kind of, when I was doing my devotion, it brought me to Matthew 5 verses 13 to 18, if I'm correct. And it spoke about you are the light of the world, you are the salt of the earth. That's one of my favorite. It goes through the Beatitudes, and I was kind of missing my mother that week. I was kind of struggling because it was her birthday, and there's the blessed are the pure in heart, and her name is Kathy, and her name means pure in heart. So it gave me it answered a lot of I guess I needed my answer to come from a higher source, to kind of what was in my heart and what was kind of troubling me. And it reminded me why we need to make and create spaces where we go into isolation and we make time for all the noise to kind of zone out, so we can really focus on what is what is important and what should be our next steps. So while I've been in here, I've completely changed the mission, my business's mission. I've relooked at our impact business model canvas. I've made new business partners here in Indonesia, and I've also kind of kept on track with kind of you always need to do a personal analysis with your business, right? So it's been, after I arrived here, President Widodo of Indonesia visited Papua New Guinea. So that just kind of like accelerated like my mind, my strategy, what I wanted to do, how I wanted to align, that I needed to align with the recently released MDTP4 strategy for Papua New Guinea. So it's been a very exciting time for business owners like me, for opportunities, exploring new opportunities. You need to do a SWOT analysis, as well as kind of doing a new country strategy. You need to align it with the country strategy of the particular business market that you're in. And it's also been an immense time for me to kind of really prioritize my wellness and balance that with like the growing needs of the business. So I've learned a lot. I knew that I needed to automate and digitize my business model, that I needed to also accelerate the scale at which and the rate at which I want to make an impact. I needed to set bigger goals, bigger goals with like acknowledging micro steps as part of an implementation plan of concrete action. And I've kind of documented this on my TikTok, and it's so I can look back. I wanted to document it so I could look back and kind of see the highs and the lows in the process, and use it as a platform for someone else who's really at the lowest low, because I know what that is, and I've been at the lowest low. And life is about that. It's about the lows, but it's also about when you're in those lows, it's about turning around and seeing who's there and what's the environment that you go best in, and amplifying that. Whatever's working, amplify it, scale it up, get more of it, feed your soul, nourish your mind with it. But in like a tech-based world now, where we spend up to 15 hours per day on our phones, it's also got a negative side effect, which is we spend way too much consuming way too much data, and it's overwhelming because we're not machines, we're not AI, we're human beings, and we can easily burn out. So for me, the challenge for myself has been to, one, prioritize wellness and health, two, learn as much as I can, but three, also learning as much as I can without having the information overload and being distracted, seeking cheap dopamine, which will just kind of give you those highs, and then you don't pull through because it's been a total distraction from your core strategy the entire time. So it's important to have accountability partners, right? So my accountability partner at the moment has been kind of my my close friends, my one of my clients who is Yabil Media. Shout out to Mathis, and we've had this WhatsApp chat group going, and it's been going on for just over a month now. But it's really kind of every morning because I'm alone, I don't have someone else to be like, hey, get up and do this. So it's sometimes we do need accountability partners and people to check in on us and hold us accountable, because without that, we are going to lose focus, we're going to lose motivation, and we're not going to see what can be possible. So it's been very important to have that WhatsApp chat group, and it's been really, especially if you're a one-person business model, and then you're trying to create systems and processes where you can scale your impact and your brand. And then when you're looking at scaling your operations and then trying to balance that with what works for profitability and generating revenue, but increasing your impact over a wider breadth of the community and your society, right? So for me, it's just been like a incubation chamber staying here for me, and I feel like I've grown so much. And I did this prior in 2020 during COVID. It was my dad's birthday. I got on a plane and I went to WeWork, and I was kind of torn and stressing between what should I do, what's my why for being near my mother, who was very sick at the time. And then it was as soon as I remember, my dad walked me into my room, and he pointed to the bed and he said, there's your bed, there's your Bible, and it was just, I could tell it was a brand new Bible because it was this thick, and he just said, that's your bed and that's your Bible. So I and sorry, but I go through these phases where that happens, and then you're reevaluating, and it's so good to be online. So good, because even if you have a smartphone, I didn't have my laptop with me. I only had my smartphone, and I used Canva. I remember I used Canva I did my updated my entire company profile using Canva. So can you imagine zooming in? That's what I did. And I was launching email marketing campaigns, rebranding, because I knew that social impact and ESG would be such a huge topic now. I knew that that's basically what business models need to come at. They need to have ESG and social impact at their core, because we need to really think about who our stakeholders are initially. Like, we need to think about that from the very beginning. And that's why I've kind of amended, not kind of, I have greatly, I've amended everything. I've reset our mission, and it's been inspired by, I was invited to submit a request for proposal for the Straight project, which is STREIT project, only a few days after I arrived in Vanimo. And I had to sit down for like 3 weeks and kind of just like focus on it. And then it was about financial literacy and how we can, and their priority areas are Sepik, Sepik, and their priority areas were in vanilla, agriculture, in vanilla, cacao, and fisheries. So that's basically, so I sat down and I just kind of said, hang on, what do I do? So then it kind of aligned with 3 other brands I had started. So there was Liberty Experiences I started, there's Accelerate, and then there was Coco Loco Digital. So basically what I realized then was I had to bring these 3 brands together and combine those solutions to minimize onboarding times for clients and for them to be able to scale their businesses faster. So incorporating like a HubSpot solutions provider that SR Curio is. So I've rebranded that as a solution that can be provided through, it's called Coco Loco Digital now. So it's been a time for like just kind of people going to like extreme, like they go into stuff, going to retreats, they go into I guess the army go into this intensive training exercises where they're isolated from everything, right? And you need to kind of do what you can with the little resources you have. So that's basically been what I've been led to do here. So I think on last week Friday I wrote on a sticky note and I said, God, I don't know what I'm doing here, but lead me and let it be my testimony. So I'm trying to document this, so in 5 years or in 10 years I can look back and be like, this is what was happening then, and this is where you are now. Because the only time we should look back is to see how far we've come, right? So I'm going to end this here. If you would like to follow my wellness and productivity journey, I guess you can go ahead and follow me at my GPS for the Soul official YouTube page. I have just created it, but I haven't posted content yet. So if you go to GPS for the Soul official, you can subscribe, click the link, and I will then start publishing content to follow on this journey and how it's been impactful for me as a brand, as a person, as a brand and as a person. That's it. That's really what it is, and how I want to show that we need to prioritize wellness. And wellness, it's been proven by science that if you prioritize wellness, your productivity like shoots through the roof. It's backed by science, so that's why it's important to me that to document this. So terima kasih. Thank you so much for listening to this. If you would like to learn more about the Social Impact Accelerator program that we're launching and get you free tickets to the Financial Literacy MSME Day, you can go over to www.srcurio.com and check it out. Or you can just go follow SR Curio on our socials and click the links. It'll take you there. Terima kasih. Selamat pagi.